year has literally flown by for our next guest. He spent 7 months and 12,000 kilometres flying in a motorised parachute right around Australia. Jerry Farsoon took to the skies earlier this year to raise awareness of depression.
Now, he did it because of his own battle with the illness, which almost claimed his life. Well, Jerry has just landed.
Thanks for tuning in. As you can see, that I was the crazy guy that flew around Australia solo unassisted in 2008. That project got a 500% increase in calls to a suicide telephone counselling service. The concept now is not to fly solo unassisted to raise awareness of depression with an emphasis on suicide. I actually want to be more involved in the community. So I've got this project where I've purchased a bus. The bus is fully kitted out. So they've got an onboard TV and radio production and editing suite. I've got a full crew that we want to be able to produce episodes on TV and talk about topics of bullying, depression and suicide, table them basically, because they're not being talked about. What we will be doing is going into the community and talking to people, getting their stories, taking them flying. We hopefully like to have segments on bullying, depression and suicide, so we can discuss it in a more of in a comfortable way, not in a very sterile way, and then get the community together in terms of emergency services, what resources are available close to them that they may or may not know about, and then of course showcase it on the program. So we want to actually fund an entire series, which is 13 episodes.
All the funds that we raise through Possible are going to go towards all of our production costs. So that's being on the road, maintenance of the bus, petrol, food, accommodation for the crew, to fund the crew because people need to live, for post-production costs, so for editing and for any other post-production costs like music and sound. So your contribution is going to go towards funding the crew that'll make this message as powerful as possible. And I don't want to have a 500% increase in calls. I want to have a 50 million % increase in calls. I want to create a new platform where people can actually talk, communicate and share their stories.
Actually really excited about going out to especially the schools and dealing with issues of things like bullying. The thing is, people are happy to just talk about it, but they don't seem to want to actually act on. They don't seem to put things in place that we can actually solve these issues.
No, anything that is kind of slated towards telling people stories seems to come from there seems to always be some kind of agenda behind it, whereas in this, the only agenda is getting the story out there.
Every problem that's been experienced in life has already been resolved by somebody, and maybe you don't have access to that person. So this program is about getting access to those people and sharing their resolutions and how they've dealt with their situation, and maybe impart that onto you so you can be inspired to say, I'll try this approach.
Well, it is a really unique program. There is nothing like it.